Hey guys, IO Crypto Mining here, and today we're going to talk about one of my lessons I've learned over the past 2 years, one of my regrets that I wish I would have done, and kind of another way to gain more yield, gain more profit. And so it kind of coincides with the video Mine Some 10 posted today, talking about mining, a strategy where you mine when the difficulty is going down or the difficulty is low, so you have a higher yield. It's especially good if you're going to hold something long term. You know, that's a great thing where I'm going to hold on these coins for 6 year or 6 months, a year, 2 years. You know, long term, and the more I can yield now, the better off it'll be in the end. So, it kind of coincides with what he said. But today I want to take you down a trip down memory lane. So remember a year ago, 18 months ago, everyone's mining ETH. Okay, everyone was. No matter what card you had, you were mining ETH. It was the most profitable. And it wasn't even close. But what else was available that we could do then was you could dual mine. So I grabbed just an old video. This is old Panda video talking about dual mining. And so this was actually him dual mining with ethereum. And so back then we could dual mine with ethereum, kaspa, radiant, Ton coin was also a thing, and Zill. And just think, if you would have been dual mining ethereum, kaspa, or radiant right now, or I'm sorry, a year ago, and held on to it now, how much money would you have? How much has that raised in price? How much yield would you have gained? And so that is one of my regrets. Is I should have been dual mining the entire time, because yes, I probably lost a little bit of ETH, but it was so profitable. You know what you're making. You know, instead of $4 a day on a card, you're making $3.50. You know, you're still way ahead in profitability, but you're gaining so much more yield of that secondary coin. So here in his video, just up here, he was yielding on his 2.2 gigahash 4.3, 4.4 coins a day. Now, and this is a lithium. If I did that as of right now, today, you're only yielding 2 for the same hash rate. Let me zoom in here. Okay, so you're only yielding 2. So you had double the yield back then, and you were dual mining. You weren't losing money. You weren't behind. So if you would have been doing that on a lithium or kaspa or radiant, you'd have so much more coin that you could have been sitting on and could cash out now, or keep holding on to it going forward. So that is one of my regrets. Is I wish I would have been dual mining the entire time. I would have been, you know, on ETH like everyone else, but I would have been on these other coins, at least for, you know, extended period of time each, and making these huge bags and mining it up. And so, you know, that's what I want to talk about. That's a lesson I have learned. And one of the negatives people say about that is, oh, you're using more power. Okay, you're dual mining, so you're not using the normal power. You're using a little bit more because you're dual mining. That is true. But the thing is, you're gaining, you know, it cost you a little bit more, but the profitability was so high, the extra cost wasn't going to affect you as much. Okay, like I said, if you're mining $4 a day for a card, you know, you're actually making $3.50 or $3.25 because you had to pay a little bit extra in power. You were still way ahead in profitability. You know, you weren't negative because you were dual mining. Okay, you just weren't making quite as much. But if you look at it now, you'd be way ahead. So that's something to keep in mind. We don't know what the next coin's going to be. Is it going to be kaspa? Is it going to be radiant? Is it going to be nexa? Is it going to be ergo? Is it going to be, you know, anything? Is it going to be chlor, which is kind of a new thing that some people learned about this weekend? That's a kapow algorithm. Is Raven going to come back? Is another kapow coin going to pull ahead? Is Meow coin? So if your power is not set up now to be able to switch to a kapow algorithm or to an ETH or to one of the core coins, you need to change that. You need to get that set up, because we don't know what the next coin's going to be. We don't know what the next algorithm's going to be. So you need to have your power ready to switch overnight and be like, okay, I'm now mining Meow coin or Raven 24/7 because it's the most profitable, and that's the coin that's taken off. So that's just an example. So if you're dual mining, currently you're dual mining a couple coins, you're not using as much power as kapow, but you are using more than normal. So that's, you know, one thing I learned. And so here's a little spreadsheet I made today. I'll zoom in here a little bit. Talking about, you know, the added benefit from a money standpoint of dual mining in the current market. So right now, you could single mine Ergo, or Conflux or Kaspa or Zill. So here's kind of the hash rates. It might not be perfect, but it's pretty dang close. Okay, and then here's the revenue right now. Okay, so there's no cost involved. Here's just the revenue. Okay, if you're dual mining Ergo, you're gonna have 146 on Ergo and 432 on Kaspa dual mining, and so you're at 87. Let me change this. You're at 87% of your Ergo total. You're 100%, or your Ergo single. You're at 80% of it. You're at 82% of your Kaspa. Okay, so you're actually up 170%. You're gaining that, by dual mining. Same card, but you're gaining that much more. And here's Conflux, almost 76, and then 59 on Kaspa. So you're up 100. You're up 35%. And so the revenue, you're actually up 38% and 6% on revenue by dual mining. Okay, and you're using a little bit more power, but you're gaining a lot more coins. You're gaining a lot more yield. Okay, and then if you're triple mining, same numbers, but you add in your ZIL, you're actually up 58, almost 59% on revenue, or you're up 22.5% doing Conflux and Kaspa. So this is just an example. Kaspa right now, it's going way down. This used to be up like over 80, over 90. So it's the profitability has actually dropped by 50% on Kaspa. It's cut in half. So triple mining and dual mining is not as profitable as it was. But if you're loving Ergo, if you're all about Ergo, or you're all about Kaspa or Conflux, there's no reason for you not to be dual mining with something else. Okay, even if it's just ZIL, you should be dual mining something else, because you're going to gain that much more percentage just by dual mining. Okay, so that's another way to amplify your yield, to get a little higher yield. Okay, and the other argument to do dual or triple mining as well is we don't know what the next coin is going to be. Is it going to be one of these three? I don't know. Maybe. Is it going to be a Radiant? Is it going to be a Lithium? Is it going to be a Kapow coin? We don't know what the next coin is going to be. But if you're going to hold your coin long term, then dual or triple mining will mean you're gonna double or triple your odds of choosing the right coin. If you're single mining Ergo and Kaspa goes off, Kaspa is the next coin that we GPU mine. Ignore the Asics, I'm aware of it, but let's just, for example, Kaspa is the next coin that goes off, but you have been mining Ergo this entire time. Well, you're behind the eight ball. Or if you're mining Conflux, you think Conflux is the next coin, and you could have been dual mining Kaspa as well, and Kaspa goes off. You're behind the eight ball. So the more often that you double or triple mine, you actually double or triple your chances of choosing the right coin. And ZIL, I know ZIL isn't a coin that we can directly mine, but it's there, and it has, it's way up on the charts for market cap and that kind of stuff. So it'll be around for a while. It has a good use case. So having that extra isn't going to hurt anything, and it doesn't change your power really. You could leave your power the same, just get a little ZIL. You can change it for the 2 minutes and have different clocks, but it's not using that much more power by doing ZIL. So that's a no-brainer. You should be dual mining ZIL no matter what other algorithm you're doing, because it's a no-brainer. It's not going to hurt you to do it. So that's kind of my topic for today's video. I hope kind of broaden your perspective, give you something else to think about, and kind of keep that in mind going forward. That yes, Conflux is going crazy right now, but even if Conflux was going crazy on price, still dual mine, still triple mine. There is no reason not to. You're not losing out that much on profitability, and you're still gaining. You're gaining another coin. So something to keep in mind. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Have a good day.